Hello, this is Malorian, and this is going to be a 2,000 point game I had with my Necrons versus some Space Wolves. Alright, so the game was kill points, table quarters, and the Space Wolf here army was pretty straightforward. He had 3 units of Long Fangs, one with 5 last cannons up in a tower, and then the other 2 had the 5 heavy bolters. He had 4 units of, I can't remember what their good combat unit is. But anyway, there's like a Wolfen guy, there's a Banner guy, a Melta, and each one also has a battle leader that has the Frostblade. So very deadly stuff if he gets into combat, but he's also deployed a little bit defensively. I guess he's used to playing against a lot of monoliths, and he was just a little bit cautious in going into this game. For my side, this is the same list I had against Chaos, so I have two units of 15 warriors. Between them is a Lord with the Veil of Darkness and the Orb. I have the 10 Immortals there, behind the building, hiding to be ready to counterattack or whatever. I have 3 Heavy Destroyers. I have another Necron Lord with the Phase Shifter, Destroyer Body, Orb, and also a War Scythe. I have 3 Wraiths, I have a Tomb Spider, and I have 5 Destroyers. So looking at this game overall, I'm basically trying to take advantage of his defensive stance. I'm going to try and destroy his rhinos as soon as I can, and then try and blast him up, and really just try and take on half of his army if I can. But of course, he's so mobile with all those rhinos, I'll have to kind of really react to him, unfortunately. So Necrons win the first turn. My Immortals are out of range. I am in range with my Heavy Destroyers, which go and immobilize the top rhino, so that was good. But all my regular destroyers shoot at the Long Fangs there and kill just the unit champ guy, so not that too great. So Space Wolves turn 1, the rhinos go screaming forward, the Long Fangs on the far right there move and run over because A, they might be out of range, and B, they're worried about my flayed ones that'll be coming in. And apart from this, the big thing he does at this turn is I vastly underestimated his firepower, and those 5 last cannons wipe out my Heavy Destroyer unit like it was nothing. And I was heavily going to be relying on it to destroy the rhinos so that I could be shooting the warriors before they got to combat, and now that's not looking possible. Alright, so then in Necron's turn 2, my flayed ones do come in, but they're out of range. I teleport to the back there with my Immortals and shoot up the last cannon unit so that I kill all but one guy who fled and just went down 1 level, and then as well shot at the Long Fangs at the top and killed 1 guy. So really I'm just getting ready to be fighting in combat at the bottom there. So Space Wolves turn 2, those 2 rhinos are now right at me at the very bottom there, and at the top the 1 unit bailed out of the immobilized rhino to go running over, and another rhino's coming after me. Shots at me really didn't do that much. I mean, 1 destroyer got knocked down, the same thing with 1 flayed one, but that's it. But really, I'm really looking at trouble at the bottom there if I don't stop those 2 rhinos. So Necron's turn 3. My Immortals deep strike down. My warriors are kind of moving over, and I'm setting it up so I have 1 unit that's kind of the block and 1 that's behind. I get really lucky with my shooting, and I destroy 1 rhino, do some shooting into the other unit before I charge in with my Wraiths and my Necron Lord on the destroyer body, and that one there, my Lord's taken 2 wounds. I've only done 1 to the battle leader, and it just really wasn't enough. I need to destroy them, and now he's going to have the big counterattack. But at least at the top, I destroyed the 1 Long Fang unit in combat there, so that's good. So Space Wolves turn 3, his other unit does bail out, come over here. It takes both his battle leaders to knock down my Necron Lord, and man, this is a turn my Wraiths really started kicking it up, and I just kept on making every single save, 3+ invulnerable, to the point that I actually won this combat. So looking over, in a way, it's kind of good because he didn't really do anything this turn, where he's just kind of chasing me at the top and held him up in the bottom. However, what this could also mean is that now he's going to destroy me on his turn, and that means I can't shoot him until he's already charged my guy, so that's not good. So back to my turn, my Immortals try and deep strike on the far left side, but scatter over here. I mainly took this picture just because it'll be hard to see me on the other side of this building. And then it looks like this, which is actually fairly good. So my shooting not only destroyed the Long Fang unit at the top, it also killed the single one in the building. So there's 2 kill points. My flayed ones are kind of running away. And if you notice in the bottom, he didn't kill my 2 wraiths. My Necron Lord in that wraith didn't get back up, so that sucks. But no matter what he threw at me, I made every single save. He lost combat by 2, but he held both units. But wow, those wraiths usually fail me, but in this game, they're doing very good. So, but when you go back to Space Wolf turn, I mean, it couldn't go forever. He does destroy the wraiths, but my wraiths have killed 6 models from the 1 unit, so it's only the battle leader and 1 more guy. So I mean, I'm easily going to be able to shoot them up and get those kill points. He's still just trying to hunt down those flayed ones that are running away. So it seems that my plan of running away is working out. Back to the Necrons, my immortals teleport away. My flayed ones go down and assault the 1 rhino at the bottom. I'm destroying weapons and things, but maybe I can destroy it before they die. You can see I have the 1 unit warriors there to be the shield. Shooting does kill that 1 model and the battle leader to get 2 kill points, while the other units falling back. And otherwise, my shooting now, I mean, I'm concentrating on the rhino on the top, which just won't die, and as well doing some shooting to that unit running down the center just to see what I can do. Back to Space Wolves, he's now come down with that 1 unit to attack my flayed ones. He just destroys that 1 warrior unit like it was nothing, but yeah, I mean, I'm still way ahead of kill points at this point. So back to my Necrons. I finally destroy the rhino at the top. I killed more of that unit running down, and my flayed ones have now immobilized and destroyed the weapon of the rhino on the bottom. So I'm just trying to get that last thing in to destroy it, but I just can't seem to get it off. And meanwhile, my warriors are running away. Back to the Space Wolves. I think this is turn 6 here. He comes down. He attacks my flayed ones. Shoots and destroys them all before I can even get another chance at Rhino. And otherwise, his unit is just running after my warriors. There's not really much else he can do at this point. So, a very blurry picture, but what this is turn 7, I think it went to. And really the big thing here is that I threw all my shooting into that 1 unit that was running down and wiped them out and the battle leader. So there's 2 more kill points. Looking at the dice there, I think it was something like at this point 9 for me to 5 for him. And my warriors are just running away again. And when we went to measure it, that unit of his was out of charge range. So he just said, alright, that's it. Might as well not even have his turn because there was nothing he could do. So victory to the Necrons. In a way I was really surprised because walking in I was really worried that it's kind of, one of the weakest army books against debatably, one of the best. But really, his defensive formation at the top really allowed me just to kind of hold back, pick him off. I'm sure if he would have had all 4 rhinos up as far as he could have and just sped towards my warriors, that he could have, rushed me and phased me out unless I picked some sort of miracle out of the air. And plus, my wraiths saved my butt there, but whatever, I was really happy to have the luck go my way. Glad to have another win with the Necrons, and let the good times roll as long as they will, right? So thanks for watching. Bye.